Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. If you watched the last video, we got this one cleaned up, ready to go. We got our new 70 sitting here. Main reason is to show you the difference. If you got a 35 or 40 and you're looking at upgrading to a 70, you know, what are you getting for your money? Size matters, guys, let me tell you. If Matthew hang on, we'll be right back and we'll go. Okay guys, let's talk about some of the huge differences. You can see the little travel motor over here on this machine. While we're here, this is your little travel motor, about that big around, and here's your debarker, about that big around. Now, come over here. Here's your travel motor on this machine, as well as your big monstrous debarker. The guides and the guide arms are super heavy duty compared to the 35, a lot more beefy. Biggest difference, this machine set up to run an 1.5-inch blade, where this one's set up to run 1.25 inch. The guide arm on this one is electric, it'll move in and out. With this one, I have to move it manually. There's an arm here, I can move it in and out. The old 35 has a snap lock for the blade tension. The new 70s, they use hydraulic over an airbag. Biggest thing Matthew and I are looking forward to is the claw. The claw works good. It's a good entry-level product, but we're switching to a hydraulic chain turner.
And bi-directional chain
turner. It'll go both directions, bi-directional. The one thing I dislike about this machine compared to my 35 is these side supports are manual only. You can't even order them hydraulic. On a 35, you can order them to where all four come up and down. And if you're ordering a new one, it's a couple $100. Do not buy it without adding that in. You will never regret it. All four of them arms come up at the same time. Now granted, this machine is not intended to be sawing short logs. You know, this machine, we've sawed a lot of 5-6 foot stuff over the years. On this one, we're liable to refuse. You know, 8 foot minimum, that's kind of standard. On the 70, now mine's electric. If you get the diesel one, you know, you'll have a big 55 horse Yanmar or Kubota sitting up here. The 70 has drag back fingers. 35 don't offer any drag back, but if you get a 40 and up, you can get a board drag back. It has the stabilizing fingers for that. A little hydraulic or a little lube tank for your lube Mizer system. Uses the exact same log lifts. Don't look any bigger, don't look any heavier duty. Looks to be pretty much exactly the same size cylinder. We've lifted 4,000 pound logs with that thing. We've lifted it, it wouldn't lift. Had to take a tractor and actually get it to help it up. Has the same hydraulic toe boards front and back. Let's see here. Now this machine, I'll tell you, electric, I didn't know. It's not in the manual, and it's not on the website. Matter of fact, you can't order this mill on their website. You have to call and contact their customer service, either locally or nationally, to be able to order a 3-phase mill. Now, that being said, Matthew and I didn't know it till we got home. This is your hydraulic box, where your motor, hydraulic motor and everything is listed for the bottom. It is fed separately from this panel here. Now, you electrical geek people might like this. This is 480 feed. You got motor switches, timers, a couple transformers, a couple breakers in here. The 480 that comes in to feed this only feeds the power head. It does not feed the hydraulics. So you have to have a separate feed down here to do your hydraulics. If I was building a new building, I'd probably stub it up in the floor, but we're retrofitting, so we're gonna do something different. We'll cover that in great detail. This 70 also has an extra roller here for your drag back function. Now we've got our stationary legs, computer cables, a couple boxes of blades, and then the table. The table will flip over and sit back here. I've had a lot of people look at it over the last couple of weeks, and they're like, are you gonna run it from there? And I'm like, no, that's just where it transports. This is your stand, this is your head rig controls, and it can be, once you plug it in, you can run it from anywhere you want to around it. I'll tell you up front, Matthew and I are out of our depth until we get it powered up and start learning to use it.
Yep. And the electric has a different port than the diesels.
Yes, the diesels have a port here in the front and a port in the back. For whatever reason, and it's probably because of the way they had to get the computer control up to the head, it plugs in down here at your hydraulic box. There's a port here somewhere to plug it in.
That's where you plug in for your controls.
Yep. So
in the middle.
I'm not going to talk a whole lot about this because I'll show my ignorance, okay? You got to give us time to learn it. It has at least 4 different levels in it, and each 4 levels have 16 different independent memories, functions you can add into it. So we'll go, once Matthew and I get confident in it, we'll go a lot more in detail on how to use it, because I looked at the videos, guys. I watch YouTube as much as I make YouTube. And I watched Hobby Hardwood out of Alabama and a couple others trying to get some info on the head, the operation center here, and it was helpful. But we'll go a lot more in detail, a lot slower, try to explain it to you. I got no doubt Matthew and I can figure it out. We're both pretty handy with a computer when we want to be. The biggest thing is muscle to brain memory. It's like running a piece of equipment. If you're having to think about how to run a piece of equipment, slow down or get off. Go practice somewhere in a dirt pile, whatever. When you get to where you can operate a piece of equipment and you're thinking about something else, you're ready to run. But I had that problem with a Bobcat. I hated a foot control Bobcat. I had to think. I never run it long enough to get good at it. Matthew did. But every time I got on it, I had to think what I was doing because I never had enough muscle memory to just fluidly do it. Now I can get on a tractor or backhoe. You ask me how to run a backhoe, I have to think about it. I can sit my butt down in the seat and go whoop, 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 whoop. Don't think twice about it. It's just muscle memory. So the same thing here. I guess the biggest modification we got to make, this is your dust chute. We won't be using it. We got to transition from this to a round port to go to our vacuum system, because we're definitely going to continue our vacuum system. What else, Matthew? I mean, size comparison to the 35. 35 is kind of limited to about a 20 to 22 inch cut. Sometimes you can get it up to 22 if you slide the cant over just a little bit. You can't drop more than 8. You can drop 8 inches. You can go 10, but you have to slide the cant the other way because it hits the diagonal part coming down where the saw blade's at. This machine's supposed to have a 12 3/4 drop. And where that'll really help out is when you're quarter sawing and you got a log that you've kind of took the bark off and you got it down to 24 inches, now you can cut that thing right in half. I couldn't do it with that mill. I had to come down to 20 inches, slide the log over, and then go through the middle of it. Speed, what I've watched on videos, these things are fast. Until we see it in person, I can't tell you how fast, but I know they are fast. I do know by reading the manual, every function on this machine, on an electric, don't hold me to it for you guys with hydraulics, but with an electric, every function it does is infinitely controllable by speed. Everything, chain turner, log clamp, ups and downs, your bed rollers, speed back and forth, speed up and down, everything is infinitely adjustable inside the machine. We've never used the hydraulic over airbag tensioning system. What I've seen seems to be pretty simple. This is our little lube tank. I'm going to try something new on this. I got it ordered, it's supposed to be here today. We've been diesel till you die for years because there was no better option. but good buddy of mine put me on to something. I'm gonna try it. I ordered 5 gallons of it, and we'll review it. And I'll give you an honest determination if it's worth the money. It's not overly expensive. That's one reason I tried it. But the 5 gallon bucket would make like 500 gallons of lube, that mixed at the minimum consistency. So it's not overly expensive, but we'll do a deep review on that after we get this up running and it shows up. Inside the machine, compared to the 35 has 19-inch wheels. These have 24, if I'm not mistaken, from here to here. The B72 belts or whatever, B55s, are a lot smaller than these. Width-wise, they seem to be the same, maybe just a little narrower. Just bigger, heavier. Now, on this side, I showed Matthew the other day because we didn't even look at it when we bought it. Look at this drive belt. That thing is a hoss.
Yeah, the 35, it's only a double, where this one's a triple.
It's a monstrous triple. And it's got the same...
and it's got 2 separate...
Yep.
Well,
it don't share the same diameter, share the same wheel for whatever reason. You guys that know how to figure RPMs, you know, are they spinning it faster or spinning it slower by putting it on that? I have to think about it a minute why they did that. But like I say, everything is huge. Big guide rollers. It's got wedges here to keep your blade from pitching a little bit on you. This is where your lube mizer is going to come out. I'm impressed with it. It's there's a lot of machine there. Enjoy the pretty of it. This is the prettiest it'll ever be. It's going to work. It's got to pay for itself. Anything else, Matthew? Lengthwise, they're exactly the same.
for the stationary models, the legs do not come attached.
Nope.
It only comes with permanent legs that you have to bolt to the floor.
Yeah, that's another thing. When you look online at a LT70 hydraulic with a diesel, it has an option for stationary legs. I assumed, and you know what happens when you assume, that when you get the stationary legs, you got the other ones with it. Nope, you get one or the other. If you want the stationary legs, then you don't get the fine adjust ones. In our case, we got the stationary legs because we're gonna bolt it to the floor. Now, if you're buying one to occasionally mobile mill, make sure you get the adjustable legs with a fine adjustment, because whichever one you check is the only one you're gonna get. I learned that, didn't know. That's it, guys. Not a whole lot to it, just a lot of money. This represents a sizable investment for Matthew and I. Business has been doing good. You don't jump off the cliff on this without having assurances that it is. We've been held up a little bit waiting on an electrician. He had some health issues, but we got everything delivered today, so we're hoping tomorrow or next day we'll get it over. We're gonna probably end the video here. The next one, we'll have the mill over there. We'd go ahead and put it in right now, but we need to string the higher line cable up before we get the mill in there, because it's gonna go right above the mill. So it'd be a whole lot easier without the mill sitting in the way. So we'll probably just pull it in there and leave it for tonight. We can probably get that cable up today, hopefully. We'll work on it anyway. That's gonna do it, guys. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon doing our videos. Greatly appreciate them. Don't forget Solomon's channel, Third Beard Fishing, as well as him and my daughter run 525 Designs. They'll do logos for you, different things. He showed me a new one yesterday. He did a snook logo for his channel. Pretty good, but he's good at that kind of stuff. Also, if you feel like it, you can check out our website, beardedlumbernc.com. We got hats for sale. If you want one, I'll show you the logo up close. That same logo as these, just different color hats. I've been making myself not get one of the American flag ones out because I like it. The whole back of it is like an American flag. But I'm keeping my hands off of them. I keep one dirty hat. So, anything else? I think that's about it, guys. Just a big shout out to Wood Mizer. I mean, this is do they still make an L28?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I think this 35 is, yeah, 35 is their entry-level hydraulic mill now. They've dabbled with some smaller ones in the past, but 35 is where you're going to step up from a mill on a slab to a hydraulic mobile mill. Man, this is an excellent mill to start with. If you're wanting a mobile mill, dip your feet into it, it's a good place to start.
Spend the extra and get the hydraulics.
Spend the extra and get the hydraulics. You won't regret it. You can buy them used. There's lots of them across the country for sale used. This one's for sale. If you're interested, message me on my Facebook, Eric Champion or Bearded Lumber. I do not recommend you starting with this mill. If you don't have a business set up, do not start with a 70. It's just a waste of money, as your business may not grow in your area. Dip your toes into this, get started. It's a good return on investment. They're easy to sell because it don't take near as much money to sell this used as it does to go out and buy one of these used. Because I looked, and they're astronomical. And there was only one electric for sale that I could find, and he wanted what I paid for this one. That's too much, okay? You know, it's way too much. But the diesel ones, they're a lot more available if you decide to upgrade, and they're a pretty good discount from what that guy paid new. It's like buying a used car. You know, if a guy tells you, oh, I never had to work on it, run. These machines require work, they require maintenance, they require upkeep, they require fine tuning. Now this one, being new, should be hands off for a while. Might have jinxed myself on that one, but this one was. We run it for what, 500, 600 hours, pretty much never touched it other than cleaned it up. And then we started having to learn how to tune it up, adjust the blade guides, you know, reset the mill, just things you need to know. Enough talking, guys. We greatly appreciate you watching. We've had hundreds and hundreds of new subscribers come on lately. Man, I tell you, I appreciate you. I hope we are putting something out that you enjoy watching. We're not here to joke around and play games. We're just two hard-working guys, father and son, trying to make a living and taking you along for our journey. We appreciate it. Guys, we'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.